of academia, in particular academia in Africa, because I believe in contextualizing who academia is, and that will look at the role of the academia within an African perspective. So therefore, I believe that for academia to be involved in making sure that the report is actually disseminated in Africa, we really need to look at forging serious partnership. And partnership, I mean partnership between your community leaders, partnership within universities, partnership with youth, partnership with which is more inclusive. And based on the partnership, we can actually look at nominating experts, academic experts also, which might be also sent to several countries in Africa to disseminate that. And we can also look at involving media. And for inclusivity purposes, I think let's look at issues of including youth as disseminators also. However, we must also look at not only at youth, but also look at people with disability. And I think that is what we also have been missing, that we don't actually embrace, the disability within the space. And in disseminating it, what is important again is to look at issues of multilingualism, because I believe Africa is a very diverse country. So therefore, let's embrace who we are as Africans and our multilingualism. And in terms of, how do we actually implement? We can implement that within academia through public lectures, seminars, academic dialogues. And, several universities in Africa do have what we call School of Governance. We can implement this through disseminating it through all countries that do have School of Governance. The School of Governance and Leadership can actually assist in doing that. Besides School of Governance, we can also look at government entities which are mostly linked to labor and also infiltrate within the labor market also. And again, from an academic perspective, I'm also thinking we might also start thinking of developing a thematic course. A thematic course which can be an online course. And yes, I know Africa, we're still having serious problems in terms of bandwidth. However, having said that, we might design an online course which is compatible to what we have in Africa, which is mobile devices, which can be accessible on mobile devices. And the course can be designed at a particular university, of course, and then use experts from universities in different themes, and then from there make sure that the course is accessible through mobile devices, through televisions, and also within an online environment. We can actually also look at making the course what we call open educational resources, and also make sure that it's open, and think of collaborating with Commonwealth of Learning and make it get open licensing from Commonwealth of Learning. And we can also look at also converting the very same course into a MOOC, which is more of massive open access, so that it's accessible to everybody. And in so doing, in academia, we actually make a difference in making sure that the report is actually implementable. And yes, we really don't have to look at issues of implementation only. From where I'm sitting, I'm looking at implementation that really makes a difference, that makes an impact, that brings change in who we are as Africans. I think what we also need to do in academia is also look at issues of co-publishing also with youth on all the themes. And in so doing, we'll be inculcating, research expertise amongst youth. And besides that, we can also look at integrating all the themes within the curriculum. And curriculum, I don't mean only university curriculum. I mean curriculum starting from a grade R up to universities. Make sure that when we talk about peace and security, for example, from a very young age, any African who might be in a grade R class would know how to be at peace and how to bring out peace in order to influence who the person is. And a peaceful person and a peaceful society, I believe, can actually make Africa. And again, we also need to embrace, we can do this through making sure that we bring in issues of African indigenous knowledge systems. If we look at the Africanness and our Africanness and embracing who we are, if that is actually integrated within the curriculum from grade R, that is part of these particular themes. So if that is implemented, then from a very young age, Africans will know who they are, they will tend to, and they will also be confident in their Africanness, so that they can influence the colonizers. I think it's time that as Africans, we must learn to influence rather than being influenced by the colonizers. Influence, I mean, showing whoever is there in the world that as Africans, we can do it. We can think. There's excellence in anything that is African. So that everybody takes out there starts to embrace, black excellence and African excellence. But I think for as long as Africans, we are not embracing one another and start talking Africa, one Africa for all, one, language which is inclusive for Africa, then we're still not there yet. But I think we are not far. We are not far.